everyone, my name is Allie and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the bookshelf book tag. So technically I wasn't really tagged by anyone for this tag, but I am going to say that Mayana tagged me because she just recently did a video and she didn't really tag anyone, so I'm just going to say that she tagged me and it's cool, it's fine. So I have my computer with me and I'm going to be reading the questions from my computer. So the first question is, how many bookshelves do you have? And I have these two bookshelves. This one that's like a cage bookshelf that I just got from my parents' garage, and then I have this bookshelf behind me that I got from Target for like 25 bucks. I really want to move this bookshelf kind of like over here to like this side of the room, and I want to get a new bookshelf kind of similar to this one, and I want to put that right here, but we'll see if that actually ends up happening. I just have a lot of books, but I also want to unhaul a lot of books and I want to get them out of my room. I just don't know how, so I'm gonna see what I can do about that. The second question is, how many books are on your bookshelves, or how many books do you think you have? So I actually counted how many books I have on both of these bookshelves, and that's 205 books. At least that's like my guesstimate. I'm really bad at counting, so I'm pretty sure it's around 205, which is not great because I don't like having that many books, because I know that most of them I'm not going to read, especially a lot of the books on here. Like, not these ones in front, like these are new ones I'm definitely going to be reading, and they're kind of in order of how I'm going to read them, but like the books that I've had for like 5 years, I'm not going to read those. They're just, it's not going to happen. I'm never gonna get to them. There's books that are like coming out that are new or that have come out in the past like 2 years that I definitely want to read, and if they're like older than like 4 or 5 years, I'm never going to get to them. It's just not gonna happen. The third question is, how do you organize your books? So I kind of have a specific way I organize. I don't, like, on the actual shelves, they're not in any sort of like particular order, but I have on my top shelf all the way up here, I have my favorites. So all the books that I've like rated 5 stars and that I have also really enjoyed and loved on this shelf. On the second shelf are just like kind of like random sci-fi or fantasy books, and that's just all those ones. They're kind of like either I haven't read them or they're just like a 3 or 4 star book. And then on here I have all of my contemporaries regardless of rating. And my favorites shelf is only for mostly science fiction or fantasy. If it's a favorite and it's contemporary, it's probably here. And then this shelf down here is just random, and then I have one more shelf that you can't see, and that is random as well. This entire bookshelf is just random. There's no rhyme or reason here, so that's how I organize my books. The fourth question is, what is the oldest book on your bookshelf? So as a kid and as like a teenager, I didn't get to have very many books. Like, most of the books that I read from the library. So I didn't really get to go buy new books or anything like that. Like, if I got a new book, it was a very special occasion, and so I didn't have a lot of books. I don't think I have any pictures of my old bookshelf from when I was a kid, but like I had just one shelf, just like one of these shelves, just one of them that had like some books on it. It wasn't even filled all the way with books. It was just like maybe half of the way or just like 3/4 of the way filled. So as a kid, didn't own a lot of books. So it's kind of hard because a lot of the books I did own as a kid are in like boxes. So on my actual shelves, I think this is the oldest book that I have, because I got this book I think when I was either a sophomore or a junior in high school. So I'm not really sure. I know I got it from Costco, and I actually read this series out of order. So I think I read this book first. I had seen the movie, which is Confessions of a Shopaholic, and I just didn't really read books in order for some reason, and I figured that this was kind of a series that you didn't have to read in order, and you don't. If you've seen the movie, you can literally read any of these books in any order that you want, and it's going to make sense. So I got this book, I really enjoyed it. I think I've read this one actually a few different times, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is the oldest book that I have on my shelf because it's from high school. Question 5 is, what is the newest book on your bookshelf? So I can't really remember exactly what the last book that I bought was, but I'm pretty sure that it was What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. So I'm pretty sure it's this one. I don't really know for sure. I could be forgetting about a book that I bought after I bought this one, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. I don't think it's Sawkill Girls, so I'm pretty sure it's this one. Question 6 is, what is the longest book on your bookshelf? My copy of New Moon. Oh, I love New Moon. But I thought this was the longest book on my bookshelf. Pretty sure that it's actually Lady Midnight. That's the longest one. This is a little over 500 pages. This is a little over 600 pages, so very close in size, but like I couldn't tell because they weren't right next to each other, so I wasn't sure which one was bigger. This one is clearly bigger, like in my hand, and like this is my very old copy of New Moon and I love it. It's my baby. New Moon is my favorite out of the series, if you didn't know. And yeah, I think you can probably tell that it's my favorite because it's like not in the greatest condition, but yeah. Number 7 is, what is the shortest book on your bookshelf? So I think for this question, it's going to obviously be the only poetry collection that I own, and that is Sunfish by Shelby Eileen, and this is about 90 pages long, so it's very thin, and I haven't read this whole thing yet. I think I've read about half of it so far, or just about half of it. So yeah, I think this is definitely the shortest book that I own. And the 8th question is, what is the predominant genre on your bookshelf? And I'm pretty sure that the genre that I have the most of is definitely fantasy, and then the next one would probably be contemporary, the next one would probably be historical fiction, and then the last one would probably be sci-fi. So I think those are like the top genres that are on my bookshelf, but definitely fantasy. I have a lot of fantasy books. Question number 8 is, have you ever done a bookshelf tour? And I've done quite a few bookshelf tours, so you can like kind of go all the way back to when I first started doing booktube videos, and you can see what my bookshelf looked like back then, and then you can see what it looked like just like this now, is I just recently did one, I think about a month or so ago, so you can definitely go check those out. I'll try to leave a link down below of like maybe a playlist. I can make one of those and just like list all of the bookshelf tours I've ever done, so you can go watch those, kind of see, you know, the transformation of my bookshelves. And yeah, so I like to do bookshelf tours. I think they're a lot of fun, and I actually really like watching those as well. Question number 10 is, go on a random number generator and talk about the book that corresponds with that number. So I got the number 22, and I'm going to find the 22nd book that I own. I'm going to start on this shelf and see where I land. Okay, so my 22nd book on this shelf is Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova, and I love this book so much. I read this book, I think, sometime like a few months ago, and I absolutely freaking loved it so much. This book would have actually been a great book to read during October. I mean, there is still a bit of October left, so you can always read it. It's very good. I love this cover, and it has a lot to do with magic and obviously brujas. It has a bisexual Latinx main character, and there is also a female-female relationship. And yeah, I really love this book. It's good. I definitely recommend it. So yeah, go pick it up. The 11th question is, do you have fan merch or any other decorations on your bookshelf? And I think from just looking behind me right now, I have a lot of different decorations. I have a lot of fandom merch. Anything that's like a Pop Funko, definitely fandom related. I have some like Star Wars things up here. I have some Spider-Man things right here that you can't see. I have Loki. I have Kristoff right there. And yeah, so I just have a lot of different little fandom things on here. I also have these like little leaves as well and some lights. And yeah, I just like to decorate my bookshelf. I think it's a lot of fun. A lot of my bookshelf things have either been gifts or like super inexpensive from like sales or the 99-cent store, things like that. I'm definitely into trying to keep the cost at a minimal. So yeah. And the very last question is, show us your bookshelves. So here's what my bookshelves look like. I also have a chair that I sit on now when I'm doing my videos, because I feel like that's like a little, I don't know, I just like it better than like standing. So here's this bookshelf. Do a little overview of that. You can see these bottom two bookshelves are just not great. So here's my contemporary shelf. Here's like kind of my miscellaneous sci-fi fantasy shelf. And here is my favorite shelf. I actually just realized that I have 20 books on this top shelf of favorites. Like that's literally, it blows my mind. That's amazing. And then I have a little tapestry right here. And I think someone pointed out that it's actually on its side, and I know that because I wanted it to be taller because I'm so tall. So I was like, if I put it on like the normal way it's supposed to go, it would have been too short. So I just didn't do it that way. And then I have, this is the book that my face is on the cover of. If you see right there, it's a little dusty, but yeah, wipe that off. So yeah, you can see my face right there. I don't know if it's gonna focus. You can kind of see it. You'll know which one I am. And then I have this little tote bag that I got from an owl crate. I have my Taylor Swift Fearless tour book. I have the Marauders map that I got from Walmart. I have some books right here that I'm planning on reading. I have some books here, some books there. It gets a little messy the further you go down. These are my Dan and Phil books that should be like, oh, my Dan and Phil books do not want to stay up. And then I have like just like a little like unicorn thing right here. Unicorn, if it will focus. It's not going to focus at all. So here's my Star Wars little R2-D2 keychain thing. And yeah, these are my bookshelves. Have a little overview of all of the book stuff. Alright, so that was the bookshelf book tag, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. And if you want to do this video as well, I will tag you. Just, you know, say that I tagged you. Not gonna, you know, do anyone specific. So just, you know, if you want to do this video, go ahead and do it. And please feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also go ahead and follow my Instagram, my Twitter, go friend me on Goodreads, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!